Hello, Star Lovelies. It's a great time to be a soul. Today we're talking about...
Here we are in the third week of June. This is a big week energetically. Jupiter is the star this week, but Jupiter is wrangling. Jupiter is wrangling with both Saturn and with Neptune. And they're both at the very beginning of the cardinal signs. So Jupiter is at the very beginning of Cancer, and both Saturn and Neptune are at the very beginning of Aries. So what does that mean? That means newness. That means that there are things that are happening that don't feel familiar, right? Here's the new era. But they're feeling that way. They're evidenced that way. Whereas a few years ago, it was that whisper. It was that, well, I know that there's something new. I just don't know what it is. And it's kind of sort of maybe coming into form. Sure. You had to take a big leap of faith. The last few years have been, well, guess what, guys? We're not in Kansas anymore. We are here in this time of unprecedented energy. Every day is new. We don't really know how to move forward. Our minds kind of run amok. And yet, here we are. We're still standing. We're still doing and leading and doing our businesses. And we're still, at the height of our potential. And our souls know this. And so our souls are the ones that are leading the charge. And so here our minds are, but wait. June is supposed to be the best possible month in the world. And yet there's been some complications. There's been some things that were unexpected. This is the new era. There's always going to be the unexpected. There's always going to be something that is unfamiliar. That's just the way it is. That's when anything is new, we get excited at first and then we drop into that, oh, well, crap. How is that going to happen? I'm not saying that that's this week. What I'm saying is that that's reality. And Saturn is very much about reality. But we have Jupiter there. So Jupiter is saying, but I've got you. Don't worry about this. And yet I've got you in a way that you've kind of forgotten. I haven't been in Cancer since, 2013. And so you don't really remember what this feels like. And I gave you 12 seconds to figure it out last week because last week was a big deal. So last week I moved into Cancer, but then we had a full moon and then we had, it's a blah, 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 right? So for this week, it is about taking big risks for great rewards. Now, I know you, especially intuitive visionaries and ruling warriors, you're going to be thinking, great, I'm going to go for the biggest sale ever and I'm going to get it. Sure, that can be true. However, it's bigger than that. It is infinitely bigger than that. How about taking a risk for being the best possible version of yourself, for making those dreams that you have, those big, huge, grand visions, taking actual steps towards those, not with hope as a strategy, not with, well, I'm just going to throw a few things out there and cross my fingers that people catch on. This is about taking actual, meaningful action to make things happen for yourself. And so let's get real about that. Let's look at your signature and see what it is that will best give you that beautiful foundation for the back half of the year. So for any of you that have not taken the 12-question quiz, go ahead. I'm still doing the Your Star Map to Success.com. That's going to give you the star energies. I'm moving into the new era quiz, which is going to lead you to what's happening in my book that's coming out on June 25th. So we're in that pivot right now. Anyone who's already taken the quiz, don't worry about it. I'm going to lead you down the book path. Anyone who hasn't, go ahead to your Star Map to Success. Get the stars underneath you as you move into what the book is informing you about. So once you do that, you'll know your intuitive success signature. And for you, wise strategist, you want to revisit your 3-year plan. Now, I'm sure some of you are thinking, yes, but I haven't done a 3-year plan in a while. It's time. You can dust your old one off and figure out what's still real or not. Or you can just say, you know what? I'm going to take this moment from this point now, and I am going to look 3 years into the future. I'm going to see where I am now, and I'm going to adjust accordingly. For you, intuitive visionary, this is the time of those big dreams. I was speaking to you when I said hope is not a strategy. Get real. Meet the right people, get in the right rooms, stop wasting time. You are the intuitive visionary for a reason. Collaborative explorer, who can help you the most? Whoever it comes in your mind's eye initially, that's who you want to reach out to, no matter what the name is. Then for you, ruling warrior, integrity is number one. How are you aligned with the deepest part of yourself? Go ahead and meditate for a hot minute or two. Go take a walk. Go give yourself some space. Just don't think of the results. Think about you and your heart and what is your innermost treasure. For you, creative superstar, you want to coast through the week. You do. You want to do a little dodge and weave. Your energy is beautiful and luscious and so needed. Let's not mark it up by others throwing elbows and by people being confused. For you, loving alchemist, how haven't you taken a risk? You know, how is your power still muted? And for everyone, we've got these big star energies with Jupiter and with Saturn and with Neptune. And we also have the solstice at the end of the week. So here we are coming into that sweet version of the sun being in Cancer. And so that is going to feel like being held. So it is the time for risk and reward. For everyone, go ahead and make sure that you are coming to that event activation next week. It's going to be the same day that the new moon is in Cancer. It is the best astrological week. It's one of the best astrological days. This is why I'm doing that event. Go to neweramillionaire.com. Check out the book. Get on the wait list. If you don't want to get on the wait list, no worries. Go ahead and register by putting it on your calendar to come to the event to activate the greatest version of yourself. Thank you so much for subscribing, rating, and sharing this magic with your friends. And until next time, happy soul tidings.
Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for more ways to use the stars strategically to align with your soul purpose, reclaim your power, and increase your prosperity. Please rate and review your favorite episodes. And remember to check out my website at kimwoods.com for my latest forecasts, articles, and offerings. To find out your intuitive success signature, take my 12-question Do You Know, Like, and Trust Yourself quiz and find out how you're living your stars at yourstarmaptosuccess.com. I've so enjoyed our time together as it's filled with the power of the stars plus strategy to clear the pathway to your success. Until next time, happy soul tidings.